movies need to be. They need to set a mood and they need to be fucking tense. If you're not on edge, it's not a horror movie. It's just a gore fest and it's stupid. See every movie made past 2010. Fucking.
And
it's not the podcast for me to rail on horror movies, but I will.
And
damn
as
it.
Steve
Yeah.
gets off his soapbox, we begin Black Christmas.
Yes.
With a very, very chilling version of Silent Night.
Yeah.
Sung to us by what I'm assuming are ghost children. Because
Christian choir.
Yeah.
Oh, there was something
Same
I was
thing.
supposed to. Yeah, there was something I was supposed to mention. Fuck. Keep going. I'll remember.
Fair enough. So we get the first-person view of Billy climbing the house, Spider-Man style.
Yep.
That's old Bobby Young on the side of the house with a big-ass camera.
Good old Burt Dunk.
Burt Dunk.
Burt Dunk. Who's named Burt? That's awesome.
Well,
I want to be friends with a Burt. If your name's Burt out there, Instagram us. I want to be friends. I want to be friends with a Burt.
Is on the phone, not with the killer, but with her mother, who I believe she calls a gold-plated whore.
Yeah. Well,
and that's it. We're not even focusing on her anymore. She says we hear her in the back, and they're focusing on the other girls, and we hear her say in the back, "You know, mother, you're a gold-plated whore."
What happens? Well, no. What happens is, and it's not because again, it's done in the background, which is a weird choice. She basically is just like she was supposed to go to her mom's for Christmas, and then her mom's running away to go fuck some dude who I guess is rich, and she's just like, well, I'm going off here, but you can still use the cabin. And that's where she's like, I guess I'll bring some friends, whatever. And that's when she calls her a gold-plated whore, because she's like, well, you know, you're off to go fuck a rich guy, and I'm your daughter, but no, cool, you go get some dick, I'll be over here. And that's basically what ended up happening. But it is really, because the first time I watched it recently, I'm like, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
It's like, just call her mother a gold-plated whore.
Yeah.
We also get some of Billy first-person style stalking around the house, kind of just getting his position.
I really can't remember what I was supposed to say. Fuck, I wish we could go back, because there was something I was supposed to mention and I forgot to, and now it's going to be hanging out there forever.
We get... Is this the first phone call?
Yes.
Yes, where it's not like the others.
No, it's
this
weird.
one is just moaning.
It's a lot. It's the gargling that you heard in the intro,
gargling.
And then he gets very, very sexual about it. He's just like, I want to lick your cunt, and I want to stick my tongue in it, and all this,
and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
and then I think was it Barb who got on first?
No. Jess answers
got on
every
first.
single one of them.
Yeah, well, because Jess gets on, I think, again, and just goes, well, why the hell, like, just stop talking, whatever, and then that's when he gets even further into it, and then he switches to suck my cock.
No, he's expanded his act.
Yeah, exactly. And then he just starts about that, and then and then all of a sudden, you know, Barb gets pissed, and it's just like, why don't you stick your tongue in a light socket? And then you'll get a charge, which I'm like, that's kind of clever.
Hangs up on him.
Yeah, and no, he still hangs up on her.
Oh, well, right after, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, yeah, but because she says something, he actually says more along the lines of, like, suck my dick or whatever, and that's when she gets offended.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? After all of this is what offends you?
Lick your pinky or
like,
cunt.
stick my tongue in your pinky,
not
in
that.
your pinky cunt is not a bother, but suck my dick, that's just too far.
Yeah.
Like, she's got some weird lines, that Barb.
I do like after
Have
she
another
hangs
drink,
up,
honey. Yeah.
She's like, she says, oh, that's just the Mormon Tabernacle Choir with their yearly obscene phone calls.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's good. That's funny. We meet the house mother, Mrs. Mack.
Well, there's a bit of there's a thing with them where, Strange Brew Girl.
Claire. Oh, Claire. Right. Claire's going to bed.
She gets pissed off at Barb because she's just like, well, why are you antagonizing him? Because the town girl was raped the other day, and she goes, you can't rape a townie. Clearly a fucking townie. And she gets all pissed off, and they're just like, Barb, why the fuck did you do that? And she's just like, and in all fairness, it wasn't that bad.
No.
Like, I mean, yeah, okay. I think the idea is that she's been doing this the whole time, but yeah, that's why Claire just goes, well, fuck you people, I'm leaving, I'm off, and then she goes.
I'm going to my room.
Yeah.
Mrs. Mack comes in, and because they gifted her with a very ugly housecoat, and they're making a bunch of noise, they can't hear Claire being brutally strangled to death.
Yeah, she's being suffocated by a garment bag.
Yeah.
Fuck me. That's the first death.
The noise she makes, that...
Yeah, that's fucking...
Oh my god!
That'll stick with you.
What the fuck? And then the image of, like, her face, like, going into the bag. Yep. I'm like, yeah, see... Again, we go back to, we go back to I Spit in Your Grave, we go back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yep.
These people didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
They made movies that are far more tense and far more scary.
Oh, yeah. And they didn't show you fucking... Well, not on I Spit in Your Grave.
Okay, well...
Last House.
Last House, sorry.
Because I Spit on Your Grave actually had a slight budget. And they're much more gory than the shit.
But Last House on the Left I meant. And Texas Chainsaw on this, like, 70s, man.
Yeah.
Like...
They just made shit. You know what I mean? They made shit that is tense and fucking... It's a... This is all about setting a fucking mood. Because guess what's about to happen? This is a death, and it's fucked up. We don't see another one for like a half hour.
Yeah.
Because we are going to build an uneasy tension now. And that's a mood.
And it's cutting back to her in a rocking chair several times, dead, with the bag on her head.
In the most unbelievable part of the film, he's kept the bag on her head, puts her in a rocking chair in the attic where he's now living, and she's sitting in the window the whole fucking movie. Which is unsettling as fuck, because if you look at any of the house shots that they have, yep, right there.
Yep.
It's fucking amazing. Science fiction, because of how many people show up that nobody fucking looks at that and goes,
up and goes, oh,
yeah,
shit.
Hey, that's something interesting, but it doesn't happen because otherwise we wouldn't have a movie. But it's fucking chilling as hell to have.
So while all the kids are just in the other room, Mrs. Max sneaks some booze that she has stored in a dictionary of some sort.
She's got, it's encyclopedias.
Yeah,
and
B for booze.
B for booze. I mean, I want to say, like, it's kind of odd that these college students don't use encyclopedias, but I'm like, wait, college students don't use things? They just fucking party. And I'm like, well, boy, do they wish they grabbed B.
So Jess is on the phone with Peter. I need to talk to you. No, I really need to talk to you, Peter.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Okay. Glad I thought of it. I knew it would have come up. The abortion thing.
Yes.
This was 1 year after Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
But Roy Moore, when he was writing the script, only put that in there for something for the characters to say. He had no political agenda. If you watch the movie, it really doesn't come out or against.
No.
It's not trying to be political.
It's meant to be tense. Like, also to, like, kind of bring Peter as the red herring killer of the film. Of,
it's
like, this would upset him.
Yeah, it is not trying, unlike what most people think, it is not trying to be political in any way, shape, or form. It's just something.
It just accidentally becomes political.
It does, and that's what it was. But there are so many people who are just like, oh my god, it's so brilliant that he made a stance. And I'm like, wait, did you listen to the conversation? There was no stance made. She wants one, he doesn't. There is no stance. We don't find out, like, well, I'm assuming we find out what happens, but, I mean, think about it. We know what's going to happen here, but no. There's no stance taken. No one says it's good or bad. It's just there.
Yeah. So, it's up to the audience, I guess, to decide. Second place where booze is being held, the toilet tank.
Which is a great place to store booze, because that water is always cold.
Although that bottle was looking a little worse for wear.
Well, that's because they put it in the most grossest toilet tank I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I have a toilet at home, and if you lift the back of it, that is clean as a goddamn whistle.
Yeah, so we get the first image of Claire's body just racking back and forth, and the image of that is still terrifying. Because that's Pamela Elsinore.
It's true. But it is such a fantastic shot. The many shots in this movie are so good.
We meet her father, Mr. Harrison, on the campus of
I love this
U
guy.
of T.
Yeah.
He runs, I guess Peter runs into him.
It's not Peter.
Yeah.
Was that Peter?
That was Peter, going to the conservatory. Sure? Yep, going to the conservatory.
I mean, all these 70s guys look alike. I'm not going to fucking lie, so that
No, because we don't meet Crystal later, because he's at hockey.
Yeah.
It's Peter going to the conservatory.
Because he gets hit with a snowball.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that was Peter. I honestly thought it was just a random asshole.
Yeah.
Because of the way he brings it up.
Well, they have the conversation of like, oh, Claire, you're Claire's father.
Well, that's the weird thing.
I know the girls at the...
But he asks him, like, because what happens, like, he gets hit with the snowball, and then he's just like, in a very awkward exchange, he apologizes, and the guy's just like, like, he said, like, I should have been watching him. He said, yeah, you should have. Well, I said I was sorry, and he got a little angry, and I'm like,
no.
Why is he getting angry? But So when he asks if he knows Claire, he actually has to think about it. And that's why I didn't think it was Peter. I thought he looked like him, but I'm like, he must
because
just be
Claire
a random
might be
asshole.
just distant from the... Because you're not...
How? They're sorority sisters. In a world where this sorority is the smallest sorority in history, clearly, where there's only like 6 of them, he would know everybody rather well because everybody knows Peter.
But yeah, so we get the establishing of Mr. Harrison's looking for his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to a Christmas party, I guess, during the day at the sorority house.
Oh, it's for kids.
This is where we get Patrick dressed as Santa. Phyllis's boyfriend.
He's all pissed off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, well, he's all pissed off because him and Phyllis were supposed to go off and do something, but then she agreed when Barb said, "Hey, I want anyone want to go skiing?"
Yeah,
with her mom, who's now off fucking a rich dude. So she says she'll go. So now he's pissed off, going, "Well, what the fuck? Like, we were supposed to go and hang out. Now she's going to go skiing. This blows." Fully cursing in front of the children. Welcome to the 70s.
Shit. Well, we get Barb hitting on a kid.
Yeah, she is straight up hitting on that kid.
Yeah.
Barb's creepy.
Yep.
Kind of want to party with her, though. She might be a good time.
She's just like, "Hey, sailor, how are you doing?" It's like a 7-year-old.
Well, considering what she does in a little bit, not surprising.
We get Mr. H and Mrs. Mac. He goes to the house to look for her. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's covering up pictures of profanity stuff, and there's naked women everywhere, naked everybody.
It's all art, by the way.
Yeah, it's all art, but,
But conservative father.
Yeah, he's all stuck up, so she's just
like he literally says, like, I didn't send her up here for this kind of chicanery.
To drugs and booze and boys. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have Mrs. H complaining that they're all, like, party too much, and I'm like, teapot kettle. Go find your booze in your other hiding spot.
And she's looking for Claude the cat.
So basically, she says, like, hey, she might be over here. I'm actually heading that way. I'll give you directions. He's like, I don't need directions. She's like, can you give me a lift anyway? He said, sure. And this is what I don't understand. This is the one thing where I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? She looks like she wants to fuck him. Mm-hmm. And she's like, fucking giving him the eye and shit like that.
With her, like, one part of her upper lip covered in lipstick.
That's actually after. Because she fucks it up. So,
well, no, she stops. She's putting on a lipstick.
I'm not talking about that one yet. That's later on. What is happening? Okay, so what happens here is she starts out where she's just like giving him the eye, like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this guy, and then she goes up to look for the cat, and this is when she puts on the lipstick, and she's got half the lipstick off, and then because clearly she stopped to whatever. Well, both count. She stops to go look for the cat. And then she's calling the cat an asshole and this, that, and the other thing.
Prick. Where are you little prick? And then he comes
his head comes right up through the fucking thing, like, and she's just like, oh, I really appreciate this. And then she gives him the finger. I'm like, you wanted to fuck him. Now you hate him. Boy, you're real quick, lady. And by the way, anybody would have a reaction if you're calling anyone a little prick, no matter what it is.
This is also the woman who, in lieu of mouthwash, uses the booze she was drinking to, I guess, I don't know.
That kind of works if you didn't have, like, because I think it's scotch.
I think Kesha sung a song about that once.
That would be Jack. I don't think that was Jack.
That was Jack.
But it works if it's vodka.
I guess.
That doesn't work if it's scotch.
Yeah.
Vodka doesn't have as much sugar in it.
Also, it's a waste of scotch.
Yeah, she did spit it out, which I was very surprised by.
So Jess and Peter are talking in the conservatory. Mm-hmm. This is why I think it's because he's going to meet her to discuss.
Yes.
She's pregnant, and she wants no part of having a baby.
But he's so fucking happy. Let's have a baby. And I'm like, motherfucker,
and
you are 22.
She's like, no, I have a life still that I need to live, and I can't do that if I'm pregnant.
Yeah, there are things I want to do, and I can't do that. And he's, of course, not paying attention to go, of course you can. I don't think you understand how children work.
No. Because he's young too, right?
Yeah. And he's thinking, oh, we can do this. He can go and be a pianist and and have a kid. No, you can't.
I think you being a pianist got you into this mess in the first place, pal.
Pianist. That old chestnut. See, pianist sounds like penis.
So she
come with us on this route to hilarity.
It was
kids.
just a flat no, and she leaves.
Yeah,
like just a flat no. It's happening. Tough. Bye-bye, toodles.
Here's the thing. He does point out, and it's the only time I agree with him, because he's rather aggressive through most of this movie.
Very much
But
so.
this is the one